morning. Welcome to yoga. Today we're going to do a 20-minute stretch, and we're going to throw a little bit of a balancing equation in, which is, like everything, always optional. So just always listen to how you feel. Nothing should hurt or aggravate a chronic condition. And let's greet the day with a deep breath in and reach the arms comfortably away from the body. And then exhale, float the arms down and hinge at the top of the hips. Keep your abdominal muscles toning. Inhale, bend the knees, open up the arms, feel this energy taking us into the day. Exhale, navel to spine, hinge, arms go back. Knees can always soften. Do this a few more times on your own. Inhale and exhale. I like to open my fingers up just to let the arms engage a little bit more, but do whatever you like. And we'll finish one more. So you may feel this in your legs. And then we'll just release the arms and gently roll the shoulders. Because sometimes the arms tighten up, the muscles engage. Okay, we're going to start with the right leg stepping out a little bit and find a stride that's comfortable. I'm going to square the hips here facing the front leg. And again, I'm hinging. So there's a lot of control as we move. The shoulder blades are on the back. And you want this to go into the leg without overdoing it. You can hold this or you can come back up and move dynamically. You can also, if you want a little more stretch in front of the body, you can take your arms behind your back and hinge forward. Relax your neck. So sometimes I'm looking at the screen, but sometimes we strain the neck as we move forward, just in a protection mode. You don't have to do the inversion of the head below the heart. Only do that if it's a comfortable place to go. And I'm going to do one more. This is a hamstring stretch. You might feel it also in your inner thighs. And then come on up and just come back to mountain pose and assess. Check in, see what that did. You can always do something more or less. I'm going to switch sides. I'm going to angle out to the left side now and hinge forward. So your arms are up to you where you have them. The intention here is for the back of the leg to release. And again, you can move up and down as you breathe, or you can hold your stretch. And then come up and release and walk the feet in. We're going to loosen up the hips a little bit. I'll just circle. And again, you can make this as deep or as shallow of a motion that you want. And then come back to our home base, which is mountain pose, standing with equal weight on both sides. I'm going to take the right arm back and the left arm up and out to the side. So this should stretch out the right shoulder a little bit. I'm going to take the gaze up towards the hand or beyond it and notice what you feel. Take another breath in and out and then release your arms. And you might feel a little different in the shoulders. Let's do that one more time. Right arm goes back comfortably. Left arm reaches up at an angle that's comfortable. And even though the arms are lifted, try not to strain your shoulders. Try to keep them fairly relaxed. And then come back to center. Let's do the other side. Notice how your breathing feels this morning. And let's release. And let's offer one more on that side. Good. And Come back to center. If you need to loosen up your shoulders off for that, we're going to take a side stretch now to stretch out on the right side of the body, arcing over to the left. I'm going to pick up the left arm. And now adding the balance equation, I'm just going to pick up my right leg and take a few breaths here. See how that feels for you. You can always lower your foot down. And then exhale and release. And then we're going to try it on the other side, stepping out with the left, arcing over to the right side, pull the abdominals in and up, and soften the standing knee if you can. So the balance equation is just an option. And then come on out of the posture. Notice how it feels. You can always add more if you feel like you need a little more stretch. Then we're going to find a band, something, whatever you like to use, whatever it might be. It can be a yoga strap, it can be a stretch band, it can be a tie, a scarf. And I'm going to put this around the right foot. I'm going to just sidle over here to the ball. And I am going to do some stretches with the ball. Not today, but I'm just keeping my hand here. You can put your hand on a chair back. You can put your hand against a wall or a piece of furniture. You can also hold your strap and add the balancing equation. So you just want to loosen up the leg a little bit. You want to feel a little bit different in the hip area, getting something out of that. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So again, you can put your hand to a wall or to a piece of furniture, and we're just going to circle the leg and see how that feels. You want to move it in both directions. And then come on out. So you might need more or less on that. I'm going to take the feet out at an angle. And just take a few mini yoga squats. So you're leading with your tailbone. It's kind of like sliding along a wall. You want your knees to track away from your big toes. And it's not about going all the way down to the floor. It's just about engaging the inner thighs here, feeling a gentle stretch. Weight goes into the heels to take it out of the knees. Crown of the head stays lifted. And we're going to add a balancing equation in. I'm going to pick up the right heel and lift the arm, stretching up. I'm going to pick up the left heel. Breathe in and out. Nice work. Exhale, lower down. Let's do two more. Right heel up, arms lift, left heel up. Feel your rib cage moving away from your hips. Exhale, release. And I'm going to do one more, and you can straighten out your legs in between. Exhale and release. Walk your feet back to mountain pose. Let's release the neck a little bit, tuck the chin, and just gently loosen up your neck. Any motion that feels good, soften the face and the jaw. Let your shoulders stay relaxed. Move in both directions. It's nice to come back to center and pause, making sure there's no lightheadedness. And after you release the neck, and you can continue loosening up the neck as much as you like, come back to mountain. We're going to do an outer hip stretch with the balance equation in. I'm going to step across the left leg with the right. Then I'm going to bend the knees. Just kind of to check in and make sure that the spine is happy. You want to make sure your spine stays as neutral as possible. And I'm going to take the right arm up. I'm going to arc towards the left and reach out with the left arm, inviting the shoulders back. So there's a little pectoral muscle stretch between the shoulders. and take a few breaths here. You can also lift a heel up. You can try a right heel. You can try a left heel. You can try both heels. And it doesn't matter whether we lift or not. Exhale, release, and come out of the pose. Did we get something out of that, I hope? Yes, I hope so. So let's go to the other side. Knees are soft. And if there's a hip issue, you can always do this with one leg more forward than taking the cross, but this does add that extra outer hip stretch in. So let's reach up through the left. I'm going to take it over to the right, inviting the shoulders back. And each side is usually going to feel a little bit different. And again, if you want to add that balancing equation in, you can pick both heels up or just one heel. And play around with it and see how you feel. And I am inviting the energy of the shoulders to move away from the midline of the body. Let's release and lower the heels and step out and take a wider stride. And again, I'm going to hinge like a gate right at the top of the hips. I'm going to send the energy of my thighs back and bring weight into the heels. If it isn't there, the balls of the feet are grounded. You can lift up your toes and stretch them out. This is for the back of the legs. And gently come up. Let's do that one more time. And if you need to adjust your stride, offer it. Engage. Abdominals in and up. Okay, now I'm going to just pivot out on the right heel. And I'm going to move my hands over to the right leg for a little more stretch. And so here you would tuck your chin and your gaze would be inward or downward. And then slowly come up and come back. Let's bring the legs in and just check in and see if that did something in our bodies. It's always good to come back to a neutral place and notice. We're going to go to the other side. So we're going to step out a little wider. I'm angling out on the left. And I'm going to hinge towards the leg. And your arms can come down. You can really offer any position that feels good for you in this moment. And then come on out of the stretch. Sometimes we need to come out sooner, or we want to hold it a little more and come back to center. You want to feel just a little more balance in the body. Let's take a deep breath in and reach either forward and up or out and up, depending on how your shoulders feel. And exhale, take a forward movement that feels good in your body. Lift and lengthen the spine. Keep your abs in, bow in on your exhale. Inhale, come up, exhale, hands to the heart, a modified sun salutation. Breathing in, feel energy, the gaze is up if you want to take it. Hands can touch or not. Exhale, hinging at the hips, Uttanasana. Bowing in, lift and lengthen, bow in, coming up, closing at the heart. So it's a nice fluid motion, one breath, one gaze. Inhale, look up. Exhale, gaze inward. Lift and lengthen on the inhale. Bow in on the exhale. And inhale, come up. Close at the heart. So let's do a standing up dog and down dog. You can widen out your stride. And you're going to reach your arms up, open the hands with long wrists. And then again, you're hinging, but you're going to reach away from the legs, lifting the hips a little. This is a hamstring stretch, and it's a nice way to lengthen the spine and strengthen the whole body. Inhale, up dog, which opens up the heart center. And exhale, downward facing dog. Let's do one more. Inhale, upward dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. So feel your strength in your legs. Come on up. And then loosen up the arms when you finish. Just give them a little bit of a rest. We're going to take a bend in the left elbow, bringing the right arm inside of the crease of the elbow. And I'm going to turn my gaze over to the right side. And again, energizing the shoulders away from the midline. A few cycles of breathing here through the nose if you can. And then come back to center and release. And we'll try the other side. So, it's different for everyone. And again, if you want to do this twice on a side, you can. We're going to look to the left. Notice what you feel. So I'm actually looking at the screen from time to time because I have students here. Thank you for being here. Come back to center and release. How'd that go? Okay, everybody have a wall? A handy wall? I'm putting my hands behind me against the wall. And I'm widening the stride. This is up to you. And I'm just going to move towards the legs, dropping the crown of the head towards the floor. And this again, lift the hips a little bit. You can put your butt against the wall if you like. It's nice and supportive. Couple of breaths here. Again, you don't have to invert the head below the heart. We're going to release the hands. Keep your butt on the wall and stretch towards your right side in any comfortable way. And then when you're ready to come up, just come up and pause. Notice how you feel on each side, and then we're going to go to the other side. Left side, hinging. So relaxing the neck, make sure you're tucking the chin gently, and then slowly coming up. Walk your feet in, coming into cactus from mountain pose, lifting the heart center, looking up, opening the throat center, exhaling navel to spine. Stretch your spine out now, that might feel good. And inhale, opening up the heart center, looking up, opening up to the day. Exhale, navel to spine, stretching the back of the body. And one more time, inhaling. And exhaling. And then coming back to a neutral mountain pose. Taking a breath in and out. We'll invite the palms to draw together in front of the heart. Thank you for sharing this morning practice with a little balance edge. My name is Karen, and I hope to see you again soon. Namaste.